The comedic art form is one with immense dynamism, and one of the finer exponents of such is John Agitation from Trinidad. John will be the first to tell you that he's the only Trinidadian to perform in Latin America as a comedian, like Venezuela, for instance. Well, I don't know if he did it in Spanish. Imagine a comedian, delivering a joke in English, and the audience is Spanish, and they don't speak English. But I guess, well, if they laughed, he knows a bit of Spanish. And that can be a joke if you intend to laugh. Anyway, this is John as he performed recently at the 93 Sunshine Awards at the Tribeca Performing Arts in Manhattan.
No, I see this woman through a window, Papa. If have any woman in the crowd want to come up stage, let me demonstrate to the audience how it happened. And look at a woman here. Give she a hand, ladies and gentlemen. She will make this look real. You see, you have to use your imagination, eh? Stand up right there. Because in we days, we couldn't go close to a woman. She behind the wall watching me through a window. So I making passes and things for she, you know. Now the old man find out I liking the daughter. So he put a bench there for me to make love with she. Because I can't go inside the people's house, eh? And this is how we making love. But anybody passing, I have to let go my hand quick. Them was hard days, eh, boys? It wasn't like now you could tell a woman, let me go down the road. Not so, no, Papa. I hold in the woman's hand and I have to watch to see if anybody passing because they go talk. One day when we making love, she said, "As she do it?" I said, She said, "I born under this sign, Sagittarius." "Under what sign you born?" I said, "Do it. I born under the sign, house for rent." She said, "Agile, we get married now. But you have to write my father a serious letter, you know, because he's an ignorant fella and he don't want me to marry no ignorant man. You have to write here impressive letter." Well, Papa, look how my head hot now. Hold it right there, dude. My head hot. I like the girl, but I have to write an impressive letter to ask for she in marriage. I gone home and get paper and pencil, Papa, and I write. Because I have to impress the old man, eh? Not like now you're studying old man again. Put he aside. I write, "Dear sir, after long consideration and deep meditation of the great reputation you possess in the nation, I have a strong inclination to become your relation. On acceptation of my declaration, I will make preparation without hesitation to move my location to a more convenient situation. Then for the solemnization of my matrimonization will be a grandization of yours truly, John Agitation." The old man sent to call me, Papa. He said, "Young man, you write me a letter here like you boil the dictionary and drink the water. Break it down for me. I want it in simple language." I say, "Well, Daddy, in simple language, I mean to ask you if you have any objection of I joining your generation without going to the police station." Well, wedding fixed, Papa. I gone, in those days you had to go in the church and kneel down and wait for the bride, you know, Papa. So I kneel down by the altar waiting for bride. It's the first day I go see the whole woman. You have to remember, I make love through the window. When we done married, sign marriage certificate and think, Papa, we walking out the church, bell ringing. I hear in Brook Trip. Brook Trip. As I watched down, she hold me had a Brook Trip. I say, but girl, you never tell me you have one foot. She said, you all right? Yes. When you ask for me hands in marriage. If you get foot for line up, you should be glad.
John Agitation on CultureShare. You know, I remember as a boy in Grenada, preparing in the morning to go to school at around 7:15, I would tune my radio to Radio Trinidad to getting that morning joke from John Agitation, and this is something that many West Indians did. So undoubtedly, John Agitation became a household name, so it was an honor for me to take the chance to have a chat with the goodly gentleman, and that was right after he came off stage at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center in Manhattan at the Sunshine Awards. Well, I first asked him what it is that kept him going after all these years. Is it because he's a serious joker?
I think the mind, the function of the mind in comedy has become so tuned to searching for comedy that there is nothing serious in me. Hence the reason for me being in such good health and good physical condition. Mentally and physically I'm fit. I'm 66 years now. And this is my 35th year as a comedian. And during that, my 35 years in this field, I think I have performed in many big auditoriums in North America, Canada, throughout the Caribbean. And I think I'm the only comedian in the Caribbean to make a Latin American tour. That was in 1969. It was from Venezuela to Mexico City, promoted by the Hotel Association of the Latin American countries.
Are you the kind of comedian that gets up in the morning and decide to compose comedy, or you're just maybe walking down the road and you may see something and the angle you take gives you a laugh?
Well, the mind, a comedian mind, I don't know about the other comedians, but I can tell you, my mind is comedy right through. You sleep and your mind is all the time working on how to make somebody laugh. You walk on the road, the same thing happens. You go to a fete, the same thing happens. So your mind is tuned to comedy and nothing else. People talk and you look for comedy in what they say. Like the heads of agency, the heads of government recently had a summit conference in Trinidad. And unfortunately, the Barbados Prime Minister got sick and he had to be hospitalized. And somebody said it was his fault because they asked the heads of government to come, but he brought his whole body.
Yes, John Agitation. But John, in all the years you have been involved in comedy, I am sure, not to belittle you, but I'm sure there has been a time when you crack a joke and nobody laughed. What did you do then?
Well, I always keep a stock line. I don't recall giving a joke and nobody laughed. I don't recall that. But if nobody didn't laugh when I expected them to, I keep a stock line.
So they end up laughing at you then?
No, the stock line will reveal the comedy in a different form.
Oh, I hear you. John, comedy is an art.
Oh, yes.
It makes you laugh, but it's serious business because to deliver is one of the hardest aspects of it. You're a person, you deliver very physical comedy. The way you twist your mouth, the way you position your legs.
Well, let's say that's stage art. Let us call that the art on stage. Stage art. I just don't talk, I perform. You understand? In other words, if I want to tell you about a drunkard, I become drunk and perform the act of a drunkard. So you see what I am saying, you don't only hear. This is the whole idea of my kind of comedy.
And what can we look forward down the road from John Agitation?
Well, at this age, anything can happen. You might hear me dead in the morning.
You're trying to put goat mouth on yourself now?
Well, I'm at 66. Well, I have done it all. I've created an incentive to many comedians throughout the Caribbean. I've let them see what comedy is all about, how effective comedy can be, how damaging it can be, how pleasant it can be, because a comedian can get rid of a government if he wants to. He can be so forceful, he can be so dangerous. But a comedian must remember, in all his seriousness, there must be laughter.
John Agitation on CultureShare. In comedy, you can get a good laugh, and in calypso, you can also get a good laugh. We'll be back with a calypsonian who once said that West Indian parents don't know how to train their children.
Don't go and hide me. I promise you a ticket.
Don't play your hiding for me. I see ya. Whole of last week you're hiding for me. I know you get paid today. I tell you the ticket is $400. $100 for my transport, $300 for the hotel, $250 for my clothes, and $300 more for my spending money. But wait, I still need more. When you get in the next check, it's all right. I'm gonna get it next week.